Want to show you like a real quick way to make some Chinese stars. Got an old piece of tin right here that I took from a job site, okay? Scrap. Got a little slot here in the center. Short one. These things are kind of rusty, so kind of gotta coerce them to act right. That one's off a little bit. Oh well. Got a little bit more. You know, it's kind of like it's kind of like wax on, wax off, Mr. Miyagi. You know what I'm saying? Since, you know, I work and bend metal, fabricate stuff, refabricate, you know, refurbish stuff, fix stuff. You know what I'm saying? You pick up little tips, little tricks. You modify them to suit your needs. Making like the ninja philosophy of seeing the extra usefulness in everyday objects. I mean, that's even in the theme of karate with the katas and the subsequential movements. Once you master the kata, you can do the kata forward and backwards, and either way, you're still defending, attacking, kicking ass, staying, you know what I mean? I mean, look, I don't even practice that. I just watched another instructor talk about doing it, and I understood what he was talking about, you know what I'm saying? But little subsequential things you'll pick up, you know, since I like to throw freaking knives, and you know, I practice with the shuriken, even though I've heard some dudes say it's fake and it's just Hollywood. Freaking, it's more Hollywood than actual true ninja techniques. But that, if you ain't watched that movie Ninja 3 The Domination from the 80s, great flick. Ninja comes back from the dead after he was you know, he got smoked by by a bunch of cops, and then his ghost comes back and starts assassinating them all. Great flick. That's probably one of the freaking movies that popularized the Chinese star, and now it's become a weapon of terror. Kind of like a blowgun, man. Look, like if somebody starts shooting a blowgun at you, it is quite freaking terrifying. It's like a psychological weapon more so than it can hurt you, but it's more psychological, because really it's not very likely it's gonna even hit you, for one. Number two, it's like it might hurt, but it's gonna do low damage. Same thing with one of these. Supposedly these things weren't necessarily meant to kill like in the movies. Supposedly it was meant to wound, so that it either take away their ability to, you know, dominate in fighting, or it would stop them from being able to pursue. So the most of the danger is all up in your head, but I guess if you were proficient with anything, you know, you can make it do what it do. Like you could win a gunfight with a knife, you could, but I wouldn't want to be that guy who has to test that out in real time. Wouldn't want to be that guy. Bam. Look at that. A couple of examples here. Cheap, cheap, and cheap, inexpensive way to mass produce yourself some little shurikens. They're almost just like they're good for target practice, that's for sure. Freaking all you need to do is set up some cardboard. But I haven't got to test to see how good they go into wood. You know, I might even need to take these for one more round of smashing Like put them on like a flat anvil type surface, and then wah, 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 with the hammer. You know what I'm saying? To flatten them down a little more. You know, the fold should reinforce. The only weak part of it is the center. It's quite floppy. These things can bend pretty easy. So until I figure out a new technique, I used to know how to do it, but I forgot. But I cut it a different way and I bend it down. So it freaking also went across the middle here, which helped kind of stabilize it. But you know what I'm saying? You know, these are just that. These are so easy to come by. You know, I ain't got to fear, you know, losing one or one breaking or malfunctioning. It don't even matter. Freaking, I can just make another one. And there's other kind of metals you can use to use the same freaking technique. Just those 4 cuts and the fold over. Reverse, fold them over one way, fold the next one over the opposite way, and go all the way around. Anyway, man, that's the cheap, inexpensive Chinese star method. I used a pair of tin snips. This thing's called a handbrake. You could use like pliers too, probably. Get the same effect. You know what I mean? Freaking real simple hand tools. Freaking whip these all up in about 14 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up.